Hey, awesome. Thanks, Joe. I see you in the comments, man. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate ya. All right, well, we got a few people here, so let's just begin, right? Let's play some Terracards, the game that kind of prompted me to launch a channel, I suppose. Obviously the farm name here, folks, we're going with Livestream, without question. We're gonna jump right in. So I think the best way, just give me suggestions, right? I mean, let me know. Let me know what you think I should do. I will certainly take your recommendations into account. Obviously got to go sunflower because that's like my jam for sure. And got to get that nice little water energy combo that we go to so much on this channel. That's what we do. Let's go carrots this time around. Why not? Carrots have some flexibility. I think the giant carrot is really strong, actually. Been playing around with a giant carrot tropical soil kind of build. Because tropical soil with the new properties to it, you know, it's going to receive the water cost, double the water cost in sell price to the crop. And the giant carrot has like, what, 50 water cost? So imagine that on a beasted up giant carrot, right? So I think that could be pretty strong. Maybe we can go for that combo in this particular one. Maybe we can lace in some rabbits here and there. I feel like I don't really use rabbits too often. But I'll go with carrots for sure. So let's rock and roll. Yeah, could certainly try the nerfed Easter Bunny for sure. I think that's a solid suggestion. I kind of just avoid the Easter Bunny like the plague these days, you know? It's like I just don't view it as very effective anymore. So why not try it out? Let's just keep on expanding. I mean, water's going to become a problem. Water chickens need corn. That means we have to go with corn. Let's go with blue wheat here, obviously. And then I'm going to be real careful about playing the rest of my crops. Keep that water cost under control. I'd say you most often lose Terracards either in the first, like, 10 turns or at, like, turn 140, you know? But you can definitely lose Terracards in the first 10 turns, for sure. It's kind of funny. Alright, so we do get tropical soil here. Now, I like this. I'll go with tropical soil. Except for now, our water cost is out of control. But the watery tree comes and bails us out, as it typically does. Yeah, that was, we got real lucky there. We almost had a massive die-off event for sure. But yeah, tropical soil. We have the carrots aligned. Let's see how strong the giant carrot is with the tropical soil. That means we're not going to be processing the giant carrot any further. We're just going to take the base carrot that we're given. Let's roll a little bit here. Yeah, more watery trees. Sure thing. Let's do that. Some blue wheat down. Yeah, that's a good point, Joe. For sure. I've tried to mess around with the Easter Bunny before and use the chocolate bar that it creates to process further, and it's just really finicky. It's really hard. I don't know if it quite works the way that I think it does anyways, where the chocolate bar will just route to where it needs to go. But I've tried to make the chocolate bar specifically go into the oven from an Easter Bunny. No luck. Nothing. I hope that that's something they kind of get changed up in the game for sure. Especially as they kind of prop up this 1.3 release that they keep talking about. Seems like they're going to have a lot of new content in that 1.3 release for sure. But I think they should focus on fixing some of the bugs and performance issues first, for sure. Because the game can get downright, like, unplayable past turn 150 with certain builds. Like, I'm thinking anything with chickens and popcorn and stuff like that, it just gets crazy. Rabbit. Yeah, let's grab a few rabbits. We can actually get a nice buff to our carrots with the rabbits. So since we're definitely going... We'll go giant carrots right here. And see what that tropical soil can do for us. Peanut Fest, elite cows. I'll go with elite cows. Don't really know if I plan to use the cow. We do have the corn here. This is an option. Oh, man. Yeah, Joe, you're talking about the transport tubes. Oh, goodness gracious, man. Don't even get me started on them. That's another item I have a trust issue with, for sure. Like, I don't trust the oven. I don't really trust the mixer. Like, I kind of trust it. It's restored my trust a little bit, I suppose. But I don't really trust the mixer, if I'm being honest. And I really don't trust the transport tube either. I can see all kinds of wacky things happening with it, for sure, that literally breaks your build. And then, of course, there's no way to undo what has been done, you know? I think they do need some kind of undo function. I don't know if it's like maybe a one-time undo or how it would work exactly. There's been some ideas kicked around in Discord about putting up like having like a shovel card that you can draw sometimes that will like destroy one crop or animal or whatever. So that's definitely an option to make it work. That doesn't feel like it would destroy the balance of the game. But there's definitely got to be some kind of removal feature. Maybe they have that in 1.3. Hard to say. Hey, ProPixel. Welcome in, bud. Good to see you here. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate the awesome support that, you know, everybody in here right now shows on the channel. It's tremendous. I just kind of started this. I'm not going to say I started this on a whim. Like, I thought about doing YouTube for a little while just to kind of do something in my spare time. Like, I remember the first game I watched was a Terracards video. Well, I shouldn't say the first game I've watched, but a Terracards video was the first game that I looked at and I thought, you know, I could do that. Like, that's something that I think I could do, right? Just kind of talk through thought process, stream of consciousness, and just provide gaming content for people to just chill and relax to. So it was a Terracards video. I don't recall what channel. Might have been Silly Goose Games, I think, maybe. But yeah, Terracards, I was like, I could do that. And, you know, ever since then, I've been doing this. And you fine folks have shown tremendous support. And I really do appreciate you. It really helps a small channel like mine just, you know, stay on the grind, keep having fun, and keep the content a-flowing for sure. So I appreciate you guys. I've got a little iPad over here where I'm looking at your comments. All right, fuel corn. Let's grab some fuel corn. Let's finally solve our fuel troubles. I think we can get weed expansion here. Actually, let's go bunny like carrot. It's one I don't really use too often in my videos. So let's go with that. Let's keep throwing in the corn for sure. And I suppose we can just play watery trees with reckless abandon. More blue wheat. Do we need more blue wheat? Is that even a question? Do we need more blue wheat? Of course we need more blue wheat. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate that, man. It's good to hear that from the community. You know, when you first take a new plunge into something, it's hard to tell exactly how it's going to go and the reception you're going to get. But it's comments like that that, you know, just really make a guy feel good. So I appreciate that. I'm really thinking about kind of expanding, like, the rapport of games on the channel, right? And I think that's, I don't know the best way to really drill into it with the community, but, you know, let me know in the comment section on some of the games or some of the videos that you're watching them on. If you see another game, you know, maybe from another channel or whatever that seems interesting, seems like it might be a nice fit, maybe you're interested in it, whatever the case is, if you see another game that you like, let me know about it, right? I'd like to expand a little bit more. Not that I don't love Terracards, but, you know, I feel like there's only so much you can do with the current iteration of Terracards, right? So, let me know. Yeah, sounds good, Joe. I appreciate you, man. And thanks for stopping in. Have a good rest of your week. All right, so now let's experiment here. So we have the giant carrot on the field, right? It is costing us a massive 100 water, okay? But in its purest form, it will just produce carrots. It'll produce 202 carrots, right? At 100 water. We have tropical soil locked in here, folks. So this means the value of items made by crops is increased by double of its water cost. So this is going to get... So it'll produce 202 carrots that will sell for 203 gold. So I think this combination, especially if you get more carrots around it that are buffed up by rabbits, I think this combination has sneaky potential here. Let's see. 40 grand in carrots. Right there, folks. Look at that. That's what I mean. Day 76, 40 grand in carrots. Tremendous. Tremendous. And now let's scale this upward. Let's get 10 giant carrots, if we can, of course. But let's get as many giant carrots as we can possibly get and see if we can break the game with just basic carrots. More carrots? You bet. Absolutely. 100%. So now we have our next giant carrot on the field there. This is going to get interesting for sure. Those are good suggestions, Joe. Thanks, man. Thanks again. We'll see you later. All right, let's take a peek here. Little income sheet action. $81,000 in carrots. That's insane. Especially given, I mean, what are we looking at here, right? Not there, here. The carrot sells for 1 gold. So to make 80 grand off just carrots is pretty ridiculous. The Miracle, Fuel Grapes, Gluttonous Feast. Chat, tell me, what do you think? What do you want me to go with? You can just type 1, 2, or 3. That's totally fine. I'm leaning toward a Gluttonous Feast, personally. All right, 1 it is. Solid choice there, Isabel. Thank you. All right. Female rabbit. Yeah, we'll get that for sure. And then we'll throw another medium fence right here. Throw some more carrots right here. And this will just continue to strengthen our giant carrots. I think we might just be going down the path of busting this thing up with giant carrots. For sure. So if we get the female rabbit right here, we'll start to get rabbits every turn, and we get another giant carrot. Oh yeah, we're all over that, for sure. So now let's continue to just fill out our fences here. We could lace in some more carrots here, so I'm a little hesitant until we really need to expand further to continue to add rabbits, but we'll see. Electric carrot. Sure. We're kind of all in on carrots here. Let's play them right here. Look at that energy production, though. Oh, it's a bug? It's hard to say. I mean, this is telling me I'm getting +5 energy. Let me try to understand this a little bit more. Rabbits, where you at? Okay. If adjacent to a rabbit, the rabbit eats it, making the rabbit produce 5 energy per production. Okay. So the rabbit's all buffed up with the bunny-like carrots and being surrounded. So yeah, we are getting a lot of energy. And that, of course, folks, goes with our giant sunflower really, really well. So I did a build like this not too long ago on the channel. You know, looking for an alternative to blue wheat, of course. And we did use the rabbits, and we used them with the electric carrot. And it was pretty strong as long as you have strong rabbits. Which we absolutely do. Especially with Gluttonous Feast. Looks like we have a few people in here. Thank you for being here. Appreciate ya. This is the first live stream I've ever done, frankly. So be patient with me, of course. Let me know how it can be better. Super receptive and open to feedback, especially from people in this fine community. So let me know. You will not hurt my feelings. I'm all about increasing production value for sure. All right, let's see. So let's get more rabbits in here, but I think the question becomes, how many more carrots are we realistically going to get? I think we can go with more rabbits right here. Do I have a medium fence, though? I do. I'm going to wait for the medium fence. And let's get some more blue wheat. Silo. Yeah, we can take a few silos. Silos are abundant in this game. Very, very abundant. Here's a medium fence. Let's throw that down. And then let's put in the rabbit. And let's just keep playing the rabbits. 720 production out of these giant carrots, folks. 720. So we literally just went nuclear with basic carrots. So let's check this out here. Okay, so this is the stack of 2064, the one that's all tropical soiled up. How much you think? I mean, like 300 grand, maybe? $414,000 in just basic carrots. That's insane. That's from 3 giant carrots in tropical soil with enough infrastructure around it. It's a build I thought would kind of be strong, and goodness, did it turn out to be insanely strong. And you can achieve it relatively early, too. Giant carrots start showing up around, what, like turn 25, 20 even in some cases? Water tank. Yeah, we'll grab the water tank. What I like about the carrot is it's a pretty hardy plants, meaning you can surround it with structures and the like. And it's not going to get a production debuff, right? Let's go with Dionysian rites. You know, corn, like it needs to be on its own little isolated island. You have the cocoa tree, you have the sunflower. All of those plants have special properties that they need, that you have to consider to get the most out of them. Not the carrots. The carrots are cool with the water tank. I'm cool with using the water tank, frankly. Especially given the 140 production buff that we're going to realize here by playing the water tank. Just lovely, tremendous stuff. Now our giant carrots are nuclear, for sure. Nuclear giant carrots. I might have to change this, the title of this video to that, for sure. Wheat, field cow, crab. Giant sheep. I mean, if we want to get wacky, we can definitely go with the giant sheep. I don't really need to. I'm going to keep playing around with the carrots for sure. Another female rabbit. Would the crap collector do us any good here? With our current positioning, not really. But we could certainly make use of it. So let's go with it. Don't need another female rabbit, really. Unless we just want to get 2 rabbit cards per turn, which we could. Most important thing is, of course, to get that first female rabbit. Alright, let's keep playing. Let's keep expanding. We have the crap collector. I mean, I think this is a fine spot for it. Let's see if we can lock in Home Sweet Home here. Let's go nuclear again. Let's get another 140 production buff here. And we have passed the $9 million mark here with just basically carrots. Giant sheep. You are tempting me, giant sheep. Transport tube. Now there's a novel idea. Barn for bunny boost production. Yeah, let's do that. I think that can in turn affect our giant carrots. Okay. So let's see here. What do we have? What are we looking at? $815,000 in just carrots, folks. Just carrots. That's lovely. I love to see it. So I'll throw in some more bunnies right here for sure. And that'll just continue to buff up our giant carrots with every single rabbit played. And I'm curious to see if the barn does the same. Let's see. Doesn't necessarily seem like it. That's okay. This is about experimentation. Another thing that's pretty mighty here, folks, is the giant sunflower, for sure. Well, at least it should be. The giant sunflower should be making like 2,200 sunflower seeds per turn. But it's not. So I don't know if that's some kind of bug. Or if the energy quantity is just misrepresented. That could also be the case. Banicula. If we want to get real weird, we could go with Banicula. But that does kind of kill our build, for sure. Sunflowers. Yeah, we'll take some more sunflowers, for sure. Keeping my eye out for some carrots. Keeping my eye out for more giant carrots, obviously. Looking for a few more crap collectors, for sure. Home Sweet Home. That's going to be a good one to get. Cutter, mill, fuel infuser, beans, biogenerator. Don't need that. Cutter. I mean, we don't want to process our carrots. Then we'll lose the tropical soil buff. Watery tree, antenna. Another giant carrot. You bet. That'll put us over the $1 million per turn in just carrots mark. You gotta love that. Alright, bunnies on the field. Let's get that giant carrot in our hand, huh? Solar panel. More rabbits. We'll take them. Can't necessarily... So I think if we go carrots here, this will be a strong position. That'll still work with the giant carrots for sure. I think I'll just hold for now. Coming up on our next essence reward as well. That production though, I tell ya, mighty. Let's see how we looking. 1.17 mil in just raw carrots per turn, folks. And you saw how I put this together. There's no trickery, there's no nonsense. You just go with giant carrots. And you get tropical soil. That's really what you do. Tropical soil makes it insanely lucrative. So if you're just joining, that's kind of what we did. We went carrots early, got giant carrots pretty early, and then as our very first essence reward, we took tropical soil. Tropical soil increases the value of items made by crops by double the water cost. And the giant carrot is special in this regard because it costs 100 water. So that means each carrot that this thing produces is selling for 200 gold plus the 1 original gold sell cost. So 201 gold times 1305, right? And there's great ways to boost giant carrots that you're seeing right here with the rabbits and the base carrots. And yeah, it was off to the races from there, for sure. ProPixel is asking if I've ever played Project Zomboid. No, I've seen some footage online on it. I mean, it looks super interesting. I think Ambiguous Amphibian, he's made a few quite entertaining videos on Project Zomboid. It's actually on my Steam wish list. Just never really got a chance to kind of sit down and go through it, but super interesting game for sure. And definitely something that I've had my eye on. We'll put it that way. I've had my eye on it for sure. It kind of seems like a pretty deep game though. One that has a bit of a learning curve, right? But yeah, that is a cool game for sure. Definitely interested in Project Zomboid. We secured flush there as well, so that's really good. I can grab a gnome. Those will go with our rabbits around the carrots. We just got to get home sweet home now. And I've got flush, and my thought there is to get a 4 draw of giant carrots if we see the giant carrot show up again. And get another $1 million in carrots per turn. Let's go with the sunflower. Let's just keep on building. Who here is a fan of Stardew Valley? Throw a few comments in the chat if you know the game Stardew Valley. One of my favorite games for sure. And I heard that Stardew Valley is coming out with, I think it's like the 1.6 update, where they're adding a lot of content to the game. So I'm excited for that, of course, because I mean, I think that'd be a great game for the channel. Some games like make better videos than others, right? Like you have to figure out kind of when to cut the video and so on and so forth. That's most of the reason why I played day 200 here. Yeah, Harvest Moon ProPixel. Yep, that's another great one for sure. Harvest Moon, tremendous game. I used to play that on the Super Nintendo back in the day. And that's kind of what started like the whole farm game. Love for the whole farm game for me, for sure, is Harvest Moon. And then when I got into PC gaming, obviously it was like Stardew Valley was like, it's just Harvest Moon made better, right? It's just a better version of Harvest Moon, for sure. But yeah, so something I've learned is like just in game selection, like choosing what game to make a video on, choosing what game to make a playthrough series on. Like some games are better than others when it comes to that, because there's certain games that just don't have an obvious stopping point. And that's why I kind of just take it to day 200 in my Terracards runs and call it good. I mean, that and, of course, the performance issues that you encounter. I don't see how people go to, like, turn 400 in this game. I really don't see it. Like, maybe it's just my system. I don't know. Let me know. Yeah, Stardew Valley playthrough, Pro Pixel. I'm definitely pondering that. I definitely want to do that. And I think an appropriate time to do it is after that 1.3 update drops, or 1.6 update drops for sure. Be fun, casual game. I mean, it seems like a decent game to make into videos because, you know, you rest at the end of each day, and obviously you'd want to do probably a week or maybe 5 days or so in a single run, or a single video, I should say, and then just call it good. Cut the video there, start it up again. That'd be a great game to make some content on for sure. So that one's on the list, you bet. All right, let's see. So if I was a rabbit, and I assure you I am not a rabbit, but if I was a rabbit, where would I want to go? I mean, we could just go get a bunch of energy here. I want to get it around the carrots. I think I could probably throw it right here. I mean, we got plenty of room. Let's throw some more rabbits right here. In fact, let's be strategic about this. Let's go. So the radius of the giant carrot, it's carrots in a 2-island range, right? So that is going to be all of this real estate here. So carrots in any of these zones will buff up the giant carrot, right? But we also have a ton of fences. So this is obviously a great carrot spot. So I think we could get bunnies right here. And this is provided we even get this many carrots. We probably won't. But if we do, that's a good spot for rabbits. Obviously we have here, so you want to put carrots around them there. We could probably go right here and right here as well. Might as well. I mean, we drew it with the flush, and we're gonna get a bunch of bunnies. We can just fill up our fences with them. Cross, wheat and grapes. We are using wheat, and we do have flush, so this is actually very strong. Strong for water and energy, which of course goes with our giant sunflower. Yeah, our energy is misrepresented for sure. It's got to be. Either that or the giant sunflower is buggy, which I hope not, because I like using the giant sunflower. Let's throw some more electric carrots. Oops, should have played my bunny there. That's okay. I know I have some female rabbits as well, which can help us expedite getting these fences filled. More rabbits. Yeah. We're just all in on rabbits. I didn't have a plan for this build, folks. I just kind of fired it up, saw what I got. I got carrots early, and then I was like, yeah, let's just go tropical soil and giant carrot. Let's see how strong that is. And hint, it's very strong. 1.139 million strong, for sure. And it's by far our carry crop, right? Got all these different stacks, though. It's because they're selling for different values. Must be. What that female rabbit? Let's get that in my hand here. It's in my deck. Just need it in my hand. More crop collectors. Sure thing. Yeah, female rabbit. So people that play this game, how do you possibly tolerate, like, turn 400, let's say. Let's say you have a really busted build. Maybe you're doing, like, fuel grapes of the yesteryear type build, where money is literally no object, and you just rock and roll that thing. I mean, how do you possibly tolerate the lagginess? Either that, or maybe it's only me experiencing that. I don't know. I doubt it, based on the comments I've seen and stuff. But yeah, wondering how you have the patience to sit through that, because I don't, personally. And that's why I tend to cut my videos at day 200. And that, nobody wants to watch a 5-hour-long Terracards video, for sure. Alright, so let's go carrots here. I think we can go... I mean, getting the physical rabbit cards is not going to be an issue. So what are we thinking as a community on the sound for the rabbit being played? You know, the endearing aw thing, right? What do we think as a community? Do we like that? I'm very indifferent about it. I don't know how I feel, but let me know. Does that bother you? I don't know that I would use the word bother, but it's certainly interesting. Alright, we have 4 water tanks now. And now, folks, we are cooking. I guess let's go with Golden Chance. Probably not going to use chickens at all in this build. This is going to be one beasted up island right here. We're going to get 2 water tanks down. Got 2 there. This should also be another very strong island to play carrots on. So we'll literally go as far as the carrots can possibly take us in this one. And that means we're going to need more carrot cards. So let's bring on the carrots. More rabbits. Yeah, we'll take them. Got the fence space for now. Looking for home sweet home. Hopefully we get that at day 180. Alright, female rabbit. Here we go. So let's put those in here and then just get more rabbit cards per turn than we know what to do with. Or have fence space for that matter. Blue wheat. I just don't need more blue wheat. I love blue wheat. Just don't need it. Gnome. Don't really need that either. More carrots, though. This is exactly what we need right here. This is lovely. I love this. Especially given the ripe island we have right here and right here that needs a little filling out. We are playing with flush, so keep that in mind. It does slow down the cycling through your hand a little bit, but it's very, very strong. Alright, let's go with the carrots right here. Well, I should say it's strong, but it has... You have to be cautious with it. If you take flush too early, it can literally end your run. Field cow, engineer cow. More crop collectors. Sure thing. Alright, let's do a quick assessment here. So not sure how long everybody's been here, but we are building a carrot empire here today, folks. Carrots are the name of the game. We got giant carrots centralized. And we have tropical soil that is making those giant carrots very, very strong. And you'll see the stark difference here. Basic carrot, right? 23k. A respectable sum. Not game breaking, but a respectable sum. 10k. Could do better. 68k. Now that's a pretty good sum of carrots, for sure. 8,000. Yeah, whatever. Boom. 1.42 million. And looks like we have some cash left over to sell as well. Not sure how that works, but we'll take it. Yeah, I agree, Isabel. I agree. It does get a little old, especially when you're filling up all these medium fences with rabbits, for sure. But yeah, the staple to our economy is this right here. The giant carrot. And this right here, tropical soil. I thought it would kind of be strong. I didn't really visualize it being this strong. But at the end of the day, it's just a math equation that's probably not being calculated correctly. Let's be honest. Guess we'll take some basic wheat. Man, we're going to be at 2,500 for each of these giant carrots. That's crazy. 2,600. So it's 10,000 now. We're up to the $2.12 million in just basic carrots. Not carrot juice, not shaved carrots, not carrot yogurt, nothing like that. Just basic carrots. Pretty insane. So I think when they updated tropical soil, right? It made it more into a double-edged sword where it works really, really well with some crops and it doesn't work as effectively with others. Like tropical soil used to make blue wheat, like just your base blue wheat that you sell. It used to make that absolutely insane. Because you produce like thousands of it, right? It used to make field grapes absolutely insane. Now it only makes certain crops insane. The giant carrot being one of them because of the very high water cost. So that's what we're taking advantage of here. We have the Easter Bunny. We could certainly go with the Easter Bunny. So obviously the Easter Bunny's properties have been changed. So now it's going to do its nice little chocolate bar production effect, but only on carrots. So let's take the Easter Bunny. Maybe we can make use of our electric carrots here. Why not? I mean, they're not producing very strongly. Let's see. Maybe we get home sweet home. You never know. Alright, talk about a completely busted build. This definitely is a busted build. And the performance of the overall game seems to be a little bit better late game. 16 carrots? Absolutely. We're all over that. But the performance of the game seems to be a little bit better without the popcorn buff, right? You notice that? It's running a little smoother. It's transacting a little faster. I think once you get that popcorn buff and it has to allocate popcorn from the melter to all the animals, it just slows it down a lot. Minus 34 water. Oh yeah, okay. So tropical soil actually goes well with the regular carrots too, if you think about it. It's greatly increasing the value of the regular carrots. Because the rabbits are increasing the water cost of said carrots. I mean, that's what's going on. So the carrot build is like totally busted. Carrot tropical soil build, that is, I should say. Alright. I guess we'll grab more sunflowers. Popcorn buff. I'm not going to take it. I mean, that is what I should select, for sure. Don't get me wrong. But I'm not going to take it. I don't want to deal with that leggy mess. And I'm sure you don't want to sit through that either. Alright, let's keep throwing carrots down. I think this is a good spot. Actually, no. This is a better spot. Peanuts, scarecrow. I suppose we could grab a scarecrow. Then I want to get a few fences around here too. We do get the Easter bunny. Do we hold on to it? I don't think we really need to. Let's throw it right there and right here as well. Now we're going to get energy and chocolate bars out of our electric carrots, which is great, but it's not going to rival or come anywhere close to the power of our carrots. So let's get another quick assessment here. 40k, 13k, 71k. This is a giant carrot stack right here. 2.61 mil. 24k, 43k. It's a lot of cash for some basic carrots for sure. Alright, fuel corn, watery tree. Just don't need it. So let's finish playing out these sunflowers here. Feel Peanuts, just not interested in making that play. What are we kind of waiting for? Nothing really. I mean, this build is already in the upper atmosphere for sure. Let's see. Pro Pixel. Yeah, you know, I'm just kind of trying out this whole live streaming thing, right? Like, this is the first time I've ever done it. In any capacity, that is. So, yeah, I think so. I mean, I want to hear from the community, right? So, if you folks enjoy the live stream vibe and kind of just the chill atmosphere, right? Like, what a live stream gives you. If that's something that you guys like, I can certainly do it more often, for sure. I don't know how regular I can be with it with my current schedule, but I mean, it's something that I'm having a good time, right? We're just hanging out, we're just playing, we're just chilling. It's kind of like a Terracards and chill, but it's a Terracards and live stream chill, and yeah, I mean, I'm having a good time. So if you are too, you know, get the likes up, get the comments up, and let me know. Let me know that you like this, and it'll absolutely be something I will consider more. It's definitely a different kind of way to play Terracards. I'll tell you that. But I think you're kind of seeing. I mean, this is kind of how wow, I don't know how that happened. Well, I know how that happened, but all right. So we did get to day 200. Let's see if we can't. How strong are these carrots? So let's boost in the production by like 8. It's pretty good. Water cow, black sheep, grapes, beans. All right, so let's throw in some medium fences here. I'm gonna see how strong we can get these. All right, so let's play some rabbits. I think we can certainly screw around with this build a little more. Maybe I can do one more run, right? Just start anew, start fresh, do one more run. Or would you like me to keep playing on this one? Let me know. I think this carrot build has been abused for sure. And if you wanted to build an empire of carrots, this is certainly how you would do it. And like I was saying earlier, I mean, you're looking at basically how I rock and roll with my Terracards videos, right? Just sitting down, playing it, talking through what I'm doing. That's pretty much it. And the overall vibe of the game, right? The vibe just gets, it's just chill. I mean, I first found this game while I was working, you know? And it was like an interesting little game to just kind of have on the background. Hearing the content creator just kind of talking through their decisions. So that's how I found it. I found the game completely randomly, right? And I didn't foresee it being the game that would kind of propel me into live streaming or making content or anything like that, but if I'm being honest, it absolutely was. Alright, so I've got to vote for one more run. I can certainly do that. So I think what I'll do here, folks, is let's wrap this one up. Let's take the final inventory assessment. For those of you that did pop in late, like this is what we did. We went carrots early. We got giant carrots early. And then we got tropical soil as our first essence reward. And that kind of dictated, well, okay, I'm going to try something that I've been ideating about for a little bit. You know, how strong is tropical soil and the giant carrot? Because the giant carrot is very water intensive, right? And it's very, very strong. Just FYI, it's very, very strong. So this simple little build is generating millions of dollars per turn. And it's not because of chocolate bars. Chocolate bars are making us like 50K. It's because of carrots. Maybe a little bit due to the wine, but the carrots for sure. 46, 13, 71, 3.24 million right there in that stack. 45, 43. And the 3.2 million is from the giant carrots here. Insanely overpowered, for sure. Not all combinations are created equal. So that's going to be our final assessment, I think, for this one, folks. We're going to wrap up the carrot run. And we'll start a fresh one here. Day 205, 134 mil. Just busted it up. So let's go ahead and drop out and let's pop back into another one. Let's delete quick fix here and let's go live stream. Live stream 2. And let's pop back in. Oh, looks like the game's going to crash on me. Which, of course, happens. Yep. All right, one sec. Let me fix that here real quick. Anybody who's played Terracards knows that that happens from time to time. Let me get a sip of water here. One sec. All right. Well, not quite yet. We're having some start trouble here, folks. Bear with me. So do you folks play the game of Terracards then? Or is it just kind of something that you view passively? Is this a game that you play? Let's get this thing up and running. Let's go. Terracards. All right. Game's back online. Let me check the... All right, here we go. Looks like we're back. All right, sorry about that, folks. I guess sometimes when you create a new farm, it crashes on you for whatever reason. But we're back into this. Livestream 2. We'll do one more run here. Thanks so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Like, sincerely. This community's awesome. You guys are great. I really do appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to pop on in and hang out with a brand new content creator here on YouTube. So this time, I'm not going to go sunflowers. Well, I shouldn't say that. This time, I'm definitely not going to go carrots. This time, we'll try to see what we can do with peanuts. How about that? I'm not going to necessarily blacklist sunflowers, saying that I won't touch them, but we won't be touching carrots for sure, and we'll be going with peanuts. I think peanuts have some interesting flexibility, especially with like the peanut gnome. There's some interesting combinations with the peanut gnome and just peanuts in general. They take a little while to kind of get off the ground, but once they do, and with the peanut cows, you can have some pretty strong combinations. So why don't we go with the little peanut cow opening here? And we can, of course, do that by just having our cow friend adjacent to a peanut plant. But we have to watch our water and we have to watch our income here. So to get a little more income, certainly have to get our critters out on the field. And not go broke in the process. Alright, wheat, sunflower, fuel, peanuts. I think I'll go sunflower here. Be a nice little addition. Let's try not to spend the rent's money on island expansion. Like I was saying in my first run, you can easily lose the game of Terracards in like the first 5 turns. First 3 turns even, you know? I'm sure anybody who has played this game has done that before, for sure. That's awesome, Pro Pixel. Working on your garden? That's tremendous, man. I'm big into gardening. Like, it's a passion of mine for sure. It's almost like a life goal of mine to have a giant garden of some sort and grow my own Terracards crops, right? Like, that's the kind of vibe I'm looking for in the future here. That's what I'm working toward every single day, right? So when the work days get long, when things get stressful, when the anxiety rises, you know, I remind myself that that's my goal. Like that's what I'm working for. And I have a dog back there. I don't know if you can see her. She's back there somewhere. Yeah, she's on the couch back there. I want to give her a yard, right? A nice big yard. I'm going to have some plants. I want to watch like a pepper plant grow from a little bud into a mighty plant that produces, you know, bell peppers. Just stuff like that. I'm really fascinated by the whole process of gardening. I've read a few books on it, and it sort of like just blew my mind. the intricacies. Seems like a pretty common basic thing, but now gardening is a passion of mine for sure. So that is awesome that you are working in your garden. Take care of those plants well, for sure. And make sure you don't have a water deficit, right? More peanuts. Yeah, we'll take some more peanuts for sure. We are just carefully managing this water right now. Never played, only watched. Okay. Yeah, thanks for the feedback. Let's go with the crusher right there. Once we have a fuel solution, we'll be able to start crushing down some peanuts. We get flush, we get popcorn, and we get black water. I'll take popcorn. I really don't love the performance issues that it causes, but it's kind of the no-brainer selection here. Water well grapes, fuel wheat electric carrot, popsicle. This does work with peanut cows, but it has to be adjacent, right? Yeah, it does. So this creates an interesting quandary. What are these getting? The peanut plants can't be getting 20 production. So we'll take the popsicles and we'll display them. Alright, continue to manage our water level here. Got the watery tree. I mean, right here is not a very strong place for it. Right here would be decent, and then we can just lace in some blue wheat or another crop that produces decent. So we'll go right there with the watery tree for now. And hopefully we can get something on that island with it to get some real water production. Fuel peanuts is a good fuel solution for us here, so we'll take that as well. Popsicle, it's just going to buff up our peanut cows. It works with peanut cows as well, so keep that in mind. Why don't we just expand upward here and throw in some fuel peanuts. If you ever want to do a no structure run, okay? So I did this challenge some time ago. It was actually one of my earlier videos on the channel. But there's actually a way to beat this game without using any structures at all. That means no water wells, no crushers, no fences, no animals. Because the animals need fences, right? So that is possible, and the key to that is the fuel peanut. The fuel peanut's interesting. It does not cost water, okay? But it still creates a product that can be sold. So that is the key to getting you basically past the first week of the game without going broke or running out of water, because you don't have water wells, right? And basically getting you to your first watery tree. And then it's all kind of... it's all gravy from there, if you can get a strong essence reward, that is. So check out that run. I mean, it's a little earlier on in my YouTube journey, so the production quality isn't quite as high as it's become. However, I'm going to go with the blue wheat here. They always make you choose in this. Which one of these, that you know, two of which you desperately need, blue wheat or a melter, which one do you actually want? They always make you choose. But yeah, back to what I was saying about the zero structure run. You can check that out right on the channel. It is possible. More cows. You could certainly go with more cows. Let's take some more cows. And why don't we throw them right here? Actually, let's throw them right here. No, that wouldn't be a good spot for them. Right here would be a good spot for them. They become peanut cows. They get buffed up by the popsicle as well. Hopefully we get home sweet home in this one. I'd like to get a lot of peanut cows. I wonder who came up with the concept of the peanut cow anyways. Why is that even a thing? You know what I'm saying? Water well crab. More sunflowers. Hey, what's up, Logan? Good to see you, man. Thanks for popping in. We're just enjoying the first live stream here, Logan. Thanks for popping in. Peanut Fest for a peanut run, absolutely. We'll take that. Yeah, our first build, Logan, we busted it up with the giant carrot and tropical soil combination. Very, very strong. And for this one here, we're kind of focusing on peanuts. Just a little bit. Just seeing what the game gives us. So yeah, we have done, we've already done a successful run. But yeah, man, you're another very active person on the channel, and I really do appreciate you. So I wanted the opportunity to say thank you to you, you know, in the flesh here. Well, not in the flesh, in the virtual flesh, if you will, but thank you very much for your support. You've been awesome. This whole community has been awesome, and let's really appreciate everybody. All right, so I mean, we could throw them. We definitely want to play off of our popsicles here. So why don't we go with the medium fence right here and just keep throwing cows in. Yeah, man, you'll want to check out the giant carrot. There it is, giant carrot. You'll want to check that out for sure. That was a fun one. Interesting. I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be as powerful as it was. We'll put it that way. Insanely powerful. Never seen anything like it. Well, I've seen something like it, but way stronger than I thought it was going to be. So now with our melter on the field, we are making some peanut butter, which is just a more lucrative product to sell. We could really use Home Sweet Home here, though. More popsicles. Sure thing. We'll go with more popsicles. Fuel wheat crow. I need more peanut plants for sure. Let's grab a few more melters. I need regular peanuts game, not fuel peanuts. If you'd be so kind. Medium fences. How's our water doing? Our water's doing great. Let's grab the medium fence. And why don't we... So I want peanuts here, peanuts here. I guess we'll throw it right here. This one's definitely going to be a bit more of a grind, it feels like. Sometimes the game just does not give you what you need. Giant sheep. There's there's this big boy for sure. Giant sheep is an impressive card for sure. Giant sunflower. Let's go with the giant sunflower. Arboreal bounty, cow deluge. Yeah, we have the water to support cow deluge. Although this is going to get... It's going to get sketchy. But we have a surplus. Let's go with it. Yeah, 600 water. Yikes. It's a little scary, I'm not going to lie. We can play our giant sunflower. That almost feels like an invasive spot to put it. So let's put it right here. Making some peanut butter. How are we doing? Let's see. Blue wheat, 13k. Sunflower seeds, 16. Fuel peanuts. Peanut butter is the king at 24k about. So let's see if we can't just continue to increase that. Giant cows. Do not make giant peanut cows. Just FYI. Watery tree. Yeah, we could use some more of these given... the current states and the cow deluge that we have. Apple trees are another way to buff cows. But I don't really want to go in that direction. Could go with some more crushers here and just hold them in our hand. It's a way to make peanut butter. So that's good. Appreciate that, Logan. Thanks a lot, man. Yeah, I enjoy, you know, I enjoy trying to create a positive and energetic atmosphere, right? And if that's what we're achieving, that's tremendous, right? That's exactly the kind of feedback that I love hearing. So thanks for saying that. Appreciate that. More cows. Yeah, let's go with more cows. There's no way to turn them into peanut cows, though, without the peanut plant. I mean, is the peanut plant, like, low-key kind of rare? You know what I'm saying? Kind of feels like it. But let's get the cows in place here with their massive water cost. Insane water cost. Giant cow. Centrifuge. So we're getting this because we're scalding the milk here on the melter. And then that'll turn into butter. We don't need that. We need peanut butter, not butter. Medium fences. Like, more of them. It's not great. But I'll take it. We'll complete this little 4 square there for sure. And let's see, if we were to do... So this will make us peanut cows. Sunflowers. Don't need them. Although, we'll take it. Bank up a few re-rolls. Plus, it'll get our energy in a bit better of a spot, which will boost up our giant sunflower. So it's not a bad play. Rabbit Apprentice going wide, Paste Bloom. We'll take Rabbit Apprentice here. And that will, of course, give us cow cards frequently. And for these sunflowers here, I'll just throw them right here. Not an optimized spot for them. Totally understand that. That's okay. Giant carrot. Don't have the infrastructure for that, really. Water cow. Blue wheat. Pasteurizer. Suppose we can go with more blue wheat and continue to fill up this island, which will give us some water. How would you folks say the sound levels are? Any comments on the sound levels? Like, can you hear me good? Can you hear the game good? Does it seem like one's too high? I was just kind of playing around with it. Didn't have a great, straightforward way to really test it directly. Obviously, I have a little more control over that while I'm making, you know, a video, right? But for the live stream, I want to get the settings nice and legit. So any feedback you can provide on sound quality would be awesome. Like, is the game audio too high? Is it hard to hear me? Let me know. All right, more popsicles. We'll grab some more popsicles for sure. And let's play some more blue wheat here. I mean, we're hanging on. I think at this phase in the last run that we did with the giant carrots, I think we were like sitting at what, $2 million probably? Maybe not quite that much yet, but we were in a much better spot. This is more of a grind for sure. And it's predicated on the fact that we're just not getting peanut plants. So the peanut cows are nice because cows are easy to get with, you know, Rabbit Apprentice that we just got. But we need the peanut plant to convert them properly. Awesome. Thanks for the feedback, Owen. And welcome in, my friend. Good to see ya. Engineer cow. Rabbit. No, we already played around with the rabbits for sure. The game is just hooking up the cows, though. So we're going to get them converted into peanut cows. We just have to get there. So why don't we do this? Let's throw another crusher here. Let's throw another melter here. And let's take the 49 peanuts and make peanut butter with it. Alright, so now we're kind of in a zone where we need another fence, for sure. How's production looking? 37k. Actually making some decent scalded milk production too. 37k in the peanut butter. And what does the game give me? More blue wheat, of course. Why wouldn't it? I mean, I'll take it. I don't love it, but I'll take it. We have an infrastructure for it. Might as well. Alright, so the blue wheat goes there. We can also throw it here. And then I just need a stack of peanut plants. Please, game, if you would. It's going to give me more cows. I'll take more popsicles. See if we can get it done with the peanut cow, I guess. We do have the nice Essence Reward Peanut Fest. Which is solid for a peanut build, of course. And our giant sunflower is just low-key pretty steady. 3k. Blue wheat actually sells for, well, I mean 1, but back before they changed tropical soil, let me tell you, that was a way to really break the game. And kind of a discreet way to break the game was blue wheat and tropical soil. Watery tree, sure. Got a little earthquake action there. They got to get that fixed, for sure. Keep my eyes open for a peanut gnome. More peanuts. Yay. That's beautiful. You'll love to see that. It might just bail us out here. Alright, gluttonous feast. Yeah. Definitely get that. Alright, now cover your ears, folks. This is going to be quite the chorus. Whew. Alright. So, the peanut cows are converted. We're going to obviously get the peanuts here on the water tank island, which is a very strong island to play them. And more water tanks to the rescue. Alright, so I think we'll double up the water tank here. This is another island that we can certainly get more peanuts on. And now we're kind of looking for fences as well. So let's get it. Let's take a peek. 47 peanuts. That's not bad at all. Alright, so what's our production looking like now? About 10,000 units of peanut butter. 116k. It's respectable. It'll work. Will it take us to day 200 though? That is the question. That's what we're exploring here. Medium fences for sure. We're all over that. And we're going to run into the same quandary here. And I suppose, yeah, we're out of peanuts. Should have thought about that. That's alright. We'll get some more peanuts. So these cows can be converted as well. 12 sunflowers. Yeah, alright. Actually, so one thing that happens here, so the regular cow costs 3 fence spaces, right? 3. The peanut cow costs 2. However, when there's just 2 remaining, obviously you can't put the 3 cow in there because it needs to register as 3 first and then it converts and changes to 2, right? However, if you have a full fence of cows and then you convert them, you obviously do get some extra space. So we're going to take advantage of this for sure. Anything to just squeeze more peanuts into our crushers and melters, for sure. The more sunflowers we add, the stronger our giant sunflower gets. Adjacent to the blue wheat, that is. Thanks, Isabel. Appreciate the feedback. I'm glad you're having a good time. I'm having a good time too. It's my first live stream ever, you know? For people that are just new here. First live stream ever in any capacity is what I'm trying to say. And yeah, I'm glad to hear that you are enjoying yourself. I'm glad to hear it's going well. That is the desired effect for sure. So thank you for taking time out of your busy life. I'm sure everybody's got a busy life, right? Thank you for taking time out of your busy lives to, you know, hang out on the channel for a little bit. Really do appreciate it. All right, so we have the infrastructure here to just build out another 4 square, right? Where would we do it, though? That's the question. It feels like, because you definitely want to do it off the popsicle, right? We need a peanut there. It feels like this is a decent opportunity. So if we get another crusher and another melter right here, we can build another zone right here with these 4 squares. Not gonna do the expansion yet, but that way we can act quickly when we have a fence. We can also clear some of the stuff out of our hand. 140k per turn. We have the cross. Let's think about this for a second. Yeah, we'll grab the cross. In fact, it's a really good card, folks. Would highly encourage you to grab the cross. It's just very strong. It doubles your wheat production. I mean, that's insane if you think about it. Anything that doubles anything is crazy. So we'll take that. We'll throw it right there. And that'll, of course, help us get this thing to the late game for sure. Peanut Gnome. Here we go. So the Peanut Gnome changes everything in a 2-island range to peanuts, okay? And it gets +1 production to crops in a 2-island range for every peanut butter produced on the farm. So we're producing a lot of peanut butter right now, folks. 10,000 units. So that's where the Peanut Gnome gets a bit bonkers. So let's throw it right here. Or do we throw it right here? You know what I'm saying? Imagine all this blue wheat being peanuts. And then we set up another zone right here to process it into peanut butter. I like that idea. We have some fuel peanuts that can become regular peanuts. So that's an option as well. It won't process without the proper buildings in place. +1 production to crops. Okay, so never mind. I would need the crusher. I'm not necessarily perfectly set up to convert the blue wheat, the mighty production of the blue wheat, into peanut butter. I'm not greatly set up for that. But we could certainly do it. I think right here is actually a decent spot, because then you're going to get these 3 islands. Right here is a good spot too. I think we'll figure it out when we have the fence. I think this is an okay spot. It'll get our fuel peanuts changed into regular peanuts and boost the production on them as well due to Peanut Fest. Sometimes you gotta think these things through, you know? Sounds good, Logan. Thanks for stopping in, man. I do appreciate you. Thanks so much. Have yourself a nice evening. Grab another water tank, you bet. Weed expansion. Do we need that? Arboreal bounty. Do we need that? Arboreal bounty does create unique opportunities for sure. The wheat expansion is not really going to do much for us. So let's go with it. And it'll simply just add more water, right? Like just more water. So this is where something like the miracle really does come into play. More sunflowers, goodness. Not interested. We'll take some more water tanks. Just kind of hold them. Be great to get some peanuts or a fence. That's what we're looking for. A regular gnome. More crushers. Yeah, we'll take some more crushers. So if we put a gnome here, a peanut gnome that is, then this field right here will produce peanuts. So if we get a crusher and a melter right here, it'll process, right? Process into peanut butter. Of course, the production of these two will be stranded. But that's an option. That is definitely an option. I think we'll have to explore it when we get a fence. So we're kind of just... Okay, here's a medium fence. This is good. So why don't we do this? Let's expand this here. Let's go melter. Crusher. Let's go medium fence here. Sunflowers are not going to like it, but that's okay. Our empire is that of peanut butter, not sunflower seeds. And then the peanut gnome goes right here. And now we're getting like 300 peanuts per blue wheat plant, which is a formidable number for sure. Given our base peanut plants produce like 17. 47 with the water tank. So that's actually an insane amount of production. And it's going to be processed. So let's see this happen here. Bunch of peanut butter flowing right there. A transport tube. Let's think about this. We could use a transport tube. So let's check the production now. That can't be correct. Let's give it one more turn. Maybe it's correct. 11,613 just regular peanuts though. And 10,594 the peanut butter. That number is kind of familiar. Let's throw a transport tube right here. This should pull this upward and throw it into the crusher. But then you got all kinds of goofy stuff going on. I mean, yeah, crushed peanuts. We shouldn't be making just crushed peanuts. That shouldn't be... This obviously has something to do with the priority here. So let's see what happens now. I have peanut butter flying, flying over here in the ocean. All right, let's take another look at this. All right, let's calm down. Let's take another look at this. No reason to throw the peanut butter. It seemed like it worked that time, huh? All right, cool. So you got some more peanut butter production. That's good. You love to see that. I know that wasn't my eyes playing tricks on me. That peanut butter was going like over here. The Painted Angel, hello, welcome to the stream. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for stopping in. And I don't think that's weird at all, right? I don't think that's weird at all. But yeah, thanks for stopping in the stream. If you're just getting here, we did do a run already. We went nuclear with the giant carrot and tropical soil, so that was a fun one. Definitely check the replay of that. And then this is a little peanut build that we're screwing around with here. Messing around with peanut gnomes right now. And there was some flying peanut butter that I definitely saw happen because the transport tube is buggy and strange. We finally get home sweet home. This is a big one right here. This is a big one. This can help us just boost our production even further. So this is great. I love this. We'll go with home sweet home. We already have Rabbit Apprentice. So let's play it in the most lucrative spot for cow production, which is, of course, this island here with all the popsicles. So let's just fill it up. Giant chicken, medium fence. Yeah, we'll take another medium fence. Yeah, transport tubes, man. I got serious trust issues with them. It was really a matter of the priority, though, huh? Let's try this again. Just for science. Okay. Easter Bunny is no good in this one. Grapes, water chicken, another transport tube. Don't really need that. Don't really like re-rolling so much either. Alright, so the strangeness seemed to fix itself. But I don't know why it's like... So the peanuts go to the crusher, and if the priority isn't set up right, then it tells the crushed peanuts to go to the transport tube instead of the melter that's on the same island. It's kind of strange. I think that's probably an issue that they're certainly going to have to combat with this game as they move forward with it. Like, how do you develop the logic properly to have the game do what you're intending it to do, you know? It's definitely something that they're going to have to think about. But, you know, we just kind of learn to roll with the punches here in Terracards, for sure. Etch Coley, yeah, that is a great question. And welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. That is a great question. 1.3. So let's chat about that for a little bit. Obviously, 1.3 is the giant update that they have planned. They're hyping it up. They're talking a lot about it. They're saying a lot of positive things about it. It's going to be, you know, a big new, like a giant new update with tons of new content. There's going to be achievements. There's going to be characters. So with achievements, I think they intend to make it more of a true roguelike, right? With achievements, that is. Like, so we're talking in-game achievements, like earn 1 billion gold, and then you unlock this, or something like that, right? Like kind of a meta game, if you will. So that's exciting, and it does make the game more of a roguelike than it currently is now, right? So there's that aspect to it. There's characters that they're planning to launch, characters that have different decks, right? So I saw the developer kind of go into a little more detail about it, and he was essentially saying that, let's say there's 5 characters to choose from, right? Let's say one character specializes in animals. That means that character will have a certain starting deck, probably like cows, chickens, etc., right? And then there's certain cards that that character simply will not get, which is interesting to me, right? So like you won't see carrots, or you won't see sugarcane, or whatever the case is. But it'll kind of tailor the experience toward the character you're playing as. Instead of just having like a free-for-all, you kind of can get any card at any time, kind of thing, right? So I think that's interesting. They do plan to add new content to it. A lot of new content, major content update, I believe, is the exact verbiage that they used. And what they're saying there is, I mean, they didn't really specify what. I'm pretty sure we can feel comfortable that we'll see bees and a bee house. That's something that I'm really thinking is or sorry, a bee hive, not a bee house. You don't want bees in your house. That's not good. So I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing bees and probably honey as their product, right? As far as what I personally want to see, I mean, I want to see some onions, right? Give onions some love. Onions are my favorite vegetable, and yeah, let's get them in the game. You can even go green onions. That'll make me happy. But let's go onions for sure. I want to see some tomatoes. I mean, when you think of a farm, you definitely think of tomatoes. So let's go with some tomatoes. Get some of that action going on. How about like oranges, right? Oranges and yogurt in a mixer make orange yogurt. Raspberries, you know, raspberries and yogurt in a mixer make raspberry yogurt, right? The combinations for this game truly are endless. It's all about how much effort and energy they want to put into it. And they're a really active development team. So definitely give me onions. To answer your question, definitely give me some onions for sure. As far as animals go, I do like the idea of having a horse, right? A horse that's, when adjacent to crops, like buffs their production, you know, because the horse can like plow the field or whatever. I like the idea of geese or ducks. I think those would be cool. Let's throw my gnome right there. Geese or ducks would be cool. I mean, probably, you know, produce another egg product, or maybe the duck can give you duck feathers that can be used in the loom to make clothing or something like that, right? Let's see, what else are we thinking here? I thought about pigs as well, and I'm just like kind of channeling my inner Stardew Valley, but you know, pigs I think would be interesting. And what would the pig give you? Would it give you like bacon, or would it dig up truffles like it does in Stardew, right? Who knows? I think there's a million different options you could go with for sure. But yeah, let's get some more animals, right? The giant sheep is great and all, especially since they fixed it, but if you're going to have a giant sheep before you have, say, a pig, which is a farm staple, right? I feel like they got to have a pig. Probably a horse, too. And then the last thing I'll say on that is, I believe they're trying to work in some kind of removal option. So a way to remove a plant or something that you played. I don't know if it's like a card that you use. It's like a shovel, right? That'll remove something. Or exactly what their plan for it is. But I believe that will be implemented as well based on some of the comments that I've read online. We'll go with weed expansion here. I think it's kind of needed, right? But it also might imbalance the game if you can just freely remove things. Because part of this game is making the decisions that you're making. Kind of creating the synergies that you're trying to create in real time versus being able to go back and remove this and then add that at a later stage, right? So, just a few things that I've kind of collected. This all comes right from the Discord too, folks. So if you want to pop over to the Discord, you can get a lot more information there, including the roadmap for their release of the actual game. So definite cool stuff there. That's where all the ideas about the achievements and characters and stuff comes directly from. So check that out if you're interested. How about you folks? What kind of things would you folks like to see? Yeah, it looks like Etchkoli has some ideas. Llamas, emu, ostrich. Yeah, of course. ProPixel says, real life Terracards is tiring. Yeah, no, I bet you it is, man. There's that meme, you know. It ain't much, but it's honest work, right? That's one of my favorite memes for sure. And yeah, I believe that, my friend. Yeah, definitely need more options for clothing. Yeah, Etchkoli, you're totally right about that. I mean, we can't just have the fabric. In fact, that fabric should be able to be, like, you should have a structure like a tailor structure, right? Like a tailoring structure. And that fabric should be able to go to that. And then you can make actual articles of clothing. And then you can get different colored, like, wool. Like, the black sheep should give you black wool, right? It just should. and that black wool should be able to process. Currently, it gives you black wool, but it can't process any further, so there's no real reason to really use the black sheep, you know? I don't know how you get, like, red wool. Maybe you can incorporate, like, dyes, and then you can dye your wool. Maybe that's an option. I mean, the options are limitless for this game if you really think about it. You just take real world products and you figure out a way to incorporate them in your game. I do get worried about some of the performance issues and the bugginess, though. And I know the development team's working hard on it for sure. Like, they've been very responsive. They're very friendly and nice, and you know, they're very appreciative of everybody playing their game. So they're definitely trying, and they're definitely good people for sure. I've read some, you know, horror stories of some games where, you know, people... Wait a minute, did my watery tree just produce peanuts? Are you serious? Alright, check this out. This has got to be a bug. Look at that. Interesting. I didn't think the watery tree produced anything. Except just water. Super interesting. Alright, sorry, I got sidetracked there. And, yeah, so the development team's awesome. They're awesome, but I get worried about adding a ton of new content and then having, you know, a lot of bugginess. It's definitely something that concerns me. The Painted Angel says, need a slaughterhouse? Yeah, that'll be a way to get rid of some of the animals that you no longer want to support, right? I'm sure you're talking about for the pig, but yeah, I mean, there's other options for that, right? Like, there's endless options for this stuff, and that's the cool thing about this game. Endless options. Like, you could choose to milk your cows, or, you know, unfortunately send your cow friends to the slaughterhouse, right? Like what do you want to do? What do you want to capitalize on? What do you want to make money on? So they've got a really interesting concept. I mean, it's a farm concept, right? Farming in general is a pretty common thing, but the way that they're structuring their game around the farming concept definitely is interesting, and it gives them a wide swath of content that they could just plug into the game and have it just make sense. Like, it just makes sense to add an ostrich to this game. It just does, right? It makes sense to have a tailoring thing in this game. It just does. So they shouldn't be running out of ideas anytime soon. However, if ideas are something that you want to share with the community, there is an ideas tab in the Discord that you can drop in your ideas. And I've seen some of those ideas actually get implemented. So I do know that they take a look at it. Turn cows into beef, but also get rid of the animals. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Like, I was doing that one run with the penguins, and I accidentally played a peanut gnome. I think that was a few videos ago. I'd like to put that peanut gnome in a slaughterhouse for sure. Just get rid of him, so my build doesn't get all screwy. Removal would be great. Yeah, I agree with that, Etchcoli, for sure. Removal would be great. I think they have to do it right to maintain the balance of the game, but removal would be very nice. And then, yeah, banishing certain cards, certainly. And I think that kind of is achieved with the character selection that they're talking about, right? Because certain characters will not get certain cards. So I don't know how you make it a unique experience every time if you eliminate some of the card draws for certain characters. So they're going to have to do it right for sure. And I don't want to re-roll this at all. Let's go with the solar panel. But yeah, that's definitely needed. I think they need more aquatic animals as well. You know? Like, currently we have the crab, the penguin, and you have like the fisherman hut that I personally never use, unless I'm specifically going penguin. But otherwise, there's pretty much no reason to use the fisherman hut. Like, there just isn't. It's not strong enough to carry you. You don't get it abundantly enough to really rely on it as your staple. You have to expand a lot just to be able to get the use out of it that you need. So, yeah, it's like the fisherman hut, right? It's this whole new kind of tree of potential that could be unlocked. I think what they should do is they should create different kinds of fish and then have the fisherman huts have a % chance to catch a certain kind of fish that sells at, you know, at different income levels, right? So it would put more incentive on, potentially on going the fisherman hut route, right? And, you know, you could get lucky in one turn, right? Kind of like the golden egg, right? Maybe you can catch a golden fish. I don't know. Sushi bar. Yeah, that's a great idea, for sure. Like, let us do something with that fish, not just sell it. Can you imagine a penguin sushi bar build, right? That would be insane. That would be absolutely insane. And I'm going to make some electric sunflowers because I really like the sprite. Oh, yeah. That's excellent. Barns. Yeah, we'll grab some barns. Sure thing. Chocolate addiction, dealer's hand, the miracle. Yeah, we'll take the miracle here. Miracle is made very strong with the 20,000 water we're getting per turn. We are looking mighty here, folks. So let's assess here quick. We have about, well, 11,800 peanuts per turn at 35k. And we're making 19,129 units of peanut butter for 230k. Real steady, for sure. And why don't we throw a peanut gnome right here as well. All right. So popsicle, let's throw that here. I think we can certainly get... There's not really a great spot for our water tank, and frankly, we don't really need it. Some more solar panels. Yeah, you bet. We'll throw them down. More peanut gnomes. Yep, we'll take those. Let's get one in each fence. Should have played my barn there, but let's not miss the opportunity this time. So this is something that aggravates me too. The inability to play a structure on an island. Man, it didn't always used to be like that. I'll tell you that. Anybody who has played this game knows what I'm talking about for sure. I think it's what's happening. It's the little tooltip that has to pop up as things hover over the island. You know what I'm saying? It just lags it out as it's doing that calculation. Really kind of annoying. But that's alright. I'm sure that's... The fence has 9 production. Are you kidding me? This is bonkers now. How does this make any sense? How does this make any sense? How can a fence produce peanuts? Well, folks, it's another day in Terracards indeed here, for sure. We're getting peanut production from our fence. Don't believe me right there. Medium fence, 9 peanuts. Maybe I should make that like the thumbnail or something. That's hilarious. Oh, Terracards. I do love ya. All right, let's just barrel through to the end here. I mean, I think, like, what are your thoughts on the peanut build? It's pretty strong. It's not as strong as the giant carrot build. Of course not. That was actually a pretty strong one to just kind of start off with, for sure. But it's pretty strong. And the reason it's strong is because of the peanut cow, if you ask me. The cow is much more accessible. It's much more available. I mean, I think we've gotten like 3 stacks of peanuts through this whole playthrough, right? So peanuts don't seem to really show their face very often. But it's the peanut cow that allows you to really make the build serviceable. And then, of course, the peanut gnome is a nice little addition to the kit as well. But the cow's ability to change into a peanut cow is what makes this viable for sure. Peanut gnomes are magic. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed they are. Unless you put them mistakenly in a fence with crabs around your penguins. Then they make you cry. It's also interesting to me that if you put 2 gnomes in a fence, so 2 regular gnomes, right, in a fence, the rabbit apprentice skill gives you the peanut gnome. That's has always been strange to me. What sort of abomination of nature would cause that? Yeah, I think you're right, Etchcoley. I think you're right. The game's just like, nope, you've had too many peanuts. Even though it's like, you know, a basic, you know, turn 1 through 5 plant that you get alongside of wheats and carrots and sunflowers and the like. The game's just like, yeah, you're going peanuts. Yeah, we're not going to give you peanuts. Sorry. You're going to have to make do with, I guess, peanut cows. Which is fine. I think they also need an essence reward that awards you additional crop cards like Rabbit Apprentice does. I don't know how exactly you would do it, but I think that's sorely missing. Because that will allow you to set up something that, you know, gives you, say, peanut cards every single turn. That would be useful, for sure. Yeah, you're 100% right. You don't see the, like, you do not see the small fence after, like, turn 50. It's just gone. It's, like, eliminated from the game. So you gotta wonder what other cards just get simply eliminated from the game after a certain point in time. I mean, because it feels like the peanut is eliminated from this game right now. I haven't seen it in 100 turns. And when you're structuring your build on it, right? When you need it to make your cows produce. Actually, what we could do is we could throw a peanut gnome right here. And this will make them produce peanuts. Maybe maybe that's what they kind of think that you'd be doing anyways. Is if you truly are focusing on peanuts, you would simply go peanut gnome to convert all of your production into peanuts anyways. Maybe that's their assumption. But it doesn't necessarily make sense to just eliminate the peanuts. Because I feel like endgame, you get a lot of the same cards. Like, it's always just the random characters, right? Transport tube. Although you never get a transport tube when you actually want one. Water tank right here is going to be strong. I got the popcorn buff. I just realized I got the popcorn buff, but never played corn. Interesting. Well, that's okay. Water cow, alpha wolf. Let's see. Let's take this one to the end here. barn? Sure. We can go with the barn. If we can get another fence, we can make this very, very strong. Well, another peanut gnome as well, of course. Let's go with the water tank here. Yep, sugarcane. When you want sugarcane to show up, it's not showing up for you, for sure. It's very rare. Like, sugarcane's pretty rare. There's been, it's just, I don't know. It just doesn't show up very much. Late game, good luck getting sugarcane to show up. And yeah, for the structures, there's definitely something going on in the background with how the game logic calculates what cards you have to choose from. There's definitely something going on with that. Because, like, they simply won't give you an oven if you're not making, like, flour, right? You just won't see an oven. So the structures you're getting, which I think work a bit differently than crops or other types of cards. The structures you're getting, I think, rely upon what you have currently played on the field. That's the way I think it works. That's the only way that really makes sense to me. Definitely interesting. But folks, we took this to day 200 here. We rocked and rolled. We went carrots first, and then we went peanuts second. Both are winning ways to play the game, for sure. And we're sitting at about the, 2-hour mark here. I think that's a fine first stream length, for sure. So I think what I'm going to do here, folks, is I'm going to close out and end the stream. I do really, really appreciate you all stopping in, though. Thank you so, so much. It does mean a lot. This is the first live stream I've ever done. Obviously, check the replay if you missed the first build. That was a giant carrot build. Just insane. Just bonkers insane. And yes, giant carrot, meaning just basic, regular carrots, right? Definitely check that out. We were making millions per turn with just basic carrots. Crazy stuff. But yeah, I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you so much, though. Again, I can't thank you enough. Stay tuned to the channel, of course, for just the steady, regular content. Appreciate your viewership on that as well. Help me get the likes up on some of my videos too. Just help me get the likes up. Any way you can support would be highly appreciated. I really do appreciate this community, though. You folks are truly awesome. And this won't be the last live stream we do on the channel. Definitely not. I don't really have an ideal schedule figured out yet, but we'll get there for sure. So just stay tuned for a notification on the next live stream. And yeah, you're welcome, Etchkoli. You're very welcome. Very welcome. I'm happy to do it. It's a fun game. I mean, Terracards is a fun game. Looking to broaden out a little bit too. So if there's games that you like and you think would be a decent fit for the channel, just comment them in a video. I'll see them. And I'm always looking to maybe add a new playthrough series or something to the channel. So that is kind of what we're looking at. That is current state. That is future state, at least as it currently sits in my mind. And that's kind of what we're looking at. So I would say this was a successful first stream. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you enjoyed the Terracards. I'm going to end the stream here, though, folks. Thank you so much. And we'll see you in the videos, and we'll see you in the next live stream as well. So thank you so much. We'll catch you later. Bye.